Morning, cyber traders. Happy Wednesday, everybody. 9 o'clock in the morning, another exciting earnings week. Good to see you all. Good news. Hope everyone see what happened with Netflix yesterday. That's what we want to see. Looks like we have a nice little rally too. We're up about, I don't know, did we break an all-time high? We're up about 149 points, over at 38,200. So a lot of, it looks like Fabulous Sevens are going to be coming out starting next week. The Fabulous Seven stocks, you know, the Apples, the Googles, the Amazons, a lot of earnings week. We're going to see what's going to happen with the holidays and everything else. But I think I'm not more concerned about this quarter. I'm worried about the next quarter and see how that reacts. But listen, a lot of good news. We're going to check them out and we'll see how it plays off. And a couple other good stocks moving, like the SMCI, you know, Bank of, we got Boeing, got Eli Lilly. We got all these good stocks that are moving pretty well. NVIDIA's back up there over 600. A couple of good stocks. But anyway, with that said, let's just go right into it and talk about what is moving this morning. Anyway, yesterday was a really good morning. I mean, we had some unbelievable stocks that did really, really well. And, you know, that's what trading is all about. Now, listen, we deal with expensive stocks. We deal with cheap stocks. We deal, you know, but it's all about what is the flavor of the day. And that's why we always use our top gainers and losers. And just really quick, if you're watching the channel right now, just don't forget, take your phone, scan that QR code in top left-hand corner. If you want to join our channel, we're live all day in our trading room. And once again, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and make sure you ring that bell, all right, if you're on YouTube. Now, in the meantime, let's talk about what some of you guys missed yesterday, because yesterday was a really, really good day. I mean, overall, there was a lot of good stocks that are moving. RUM, great, not only a good day trade, but a great swing trade now it started to become. You could see here just a couple of days ago, the stock was at 330. And by the way, if you're logged into our Instagram, I don't know if anyone's here logged into Instagram, I'm going to start taking, I'm going to start posting not only on our Twitter, but if you're on Instagram, I'll post that on too, of our morning watch list, our day trading watch list and swing trading list. So you guys can get to see that too also, that we're finding them. So if you're not around, if you're not getting our alerts in our cyber group room, you know, at least you'll get it somewhere. But you better make sure you subscribe to all social media. We're trying to do the best we can to kind of give you all that access. But RUM was a great moving stock yesterday. Look at this gorgeous thing. At 10 o'clock, it was at 520, ran to $7, had great pre-market, early in the morning. Great run up, cheap little stock. Unbelievable. DWAC also. Stock has not only been a good day trade, but it became a good swing trade. It's down today, you know, but that's irrelevant. It's not being what it's down, but this thing went from 17 all the way to $60 in less than a week. So hate Trump, love Trump. We talk about it. Doesn't matter. What matters is, you know, buy on rumor, sell on news. Listen, what's the rumor? He was going to win. He was going to win last night. He did win. Maybe that's why it's down. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about with New Hampshire and all these primaries. Just like getting back to Coinbase. Remember, rumor went out, going to get the ETF approval. What happened to all those stocks? Like Coin and everything, they got crushed. It went from 190 down to 120. Okay, which by the way, I'm still considering. I think it's building some support levels here around 20. So it might be here. It could be a little bit of the bottom right here, but we'll talk about that later. iRobot, great little stock right there. The stock got destroyed. I still can't believe that this stock was over like $60. I mean, like that little stupid thing. Is that what that is? That iRobot thing that then cleans the floor. But stock got crushed. Went from 40 down to 15. It started not only become a good day trade, but the day trade became a swing trade. Yesterday, $17 all the way to $19.50. Great day trade. Save got crushed, you know, with the breakup of the JetBlue deal that was not going to happen. Went from 16 down to $4. Well, you know what? 4. It's at 8. It's already at went as high as almost 9 yesterday. That's a double, 100%. Nice little mover. Stocks also moving up pretty well due to, you know, being ETF on, you know, NVIDIA and, you know, and AMD. They also have done very well. Netflix, you know what? This thing's on a different animal on its own. You could see it still hasn't broke all-time highs. You go back in 2021, 700 was it? And this thing went all the way down. This is the only thing that scares me about expensive stocks. You know, I have some people like, well, why do you deal with cheap stocks? I don't deal with anything under $30. You know, it's got to be above 40. You know what? I like the $100, $200 stocks. You know what? Netflix got crushed. And if you didn't know how to take a loss right here, this thing dropped all the way down there. And believe me, I know some people that did own that stock back there and they got destroyed, lost everything, because it was Netflix. But look, they come back. They do come back. You just got to know when to jump in and just be patient because everything will back off. AMD doing really well at 172. That wasn't a really good day trade yesterday. The other ones were a little bit better. SMCI, that was that stock I did that swing trade. I sold it. Shoot, I was going to buy it back yesterday. It just got too volatile. It got too volatile. Earnings are coming out, I think, in the next week or so on it. They made an announcement that they said they were going to blow out earnings and they wanted to kind of be in front of the line, but that stock went from $300 up to almost $500. And it's almost back up there to 480. That one doing well. NVIDIA doing well. That's another animal. Chip, obviously, very slow moving stock. Charge point, that one came back a little bit. BFRG was pretty good, but this stock went up way too fast. I think it's probably a short squeeze. And then obviously Plug, another stock, very cheap little stock, came back for all the fans, on Plug Power and Charge Point and all the EVs. You know what? Maybe this is a chance, if you love the product, you know what? It's pretty cheap when you're looking at it right now. But once again, it's not the research. It's what the street is thinking. Now, let's get back to what's going on this morning because I think today we got a lot of crap that's going on. Listen, a lot of earnings. Tesla's coming out after the close. Looking forward to that. We'll see how that works out. But let's look at some of the stocks that we got right now. EVEX. Nice little stock right here, moving up pretty well. Going back now, let me just change my slide right here, and let me just get back to the level 4 Bookviewer, okay? Because remember, we need to see where the orders are. And you know what? I just want to just say I've been getting an overwhelming email response of everyone here is telling me, Fausto, how do I get the Bookviewer? How do I find these orders? Screw these indicators. How do I find it? Listen, I gave you my email. I'll post it up in there again in social media. Everyone here in the cyber group room, you already have my email. You know how to reach me. Fausto PSCTU Corp. Just post that up there. If you guys want to know how to get it, there's my email. All right. Let's go see what's going on in the market. So anyway, we got this EVEX, right? So EVEX, if you look over here, it's got a great push, 650. It's up to 9. Only issue is, it's an ETF. It's not trading on the NASDAQ, okay? Now, when I look at level 4, on the other hand, I'm not really seeing that much out there. It's very messy, very messy. So even though it's the biggest percentage gainer, I'll put it on the B list and won't be on the A list. So EVAX is out there, and I have to put it there because it's up 75%. But I'm just not seeing a lot of orders. This one looks a little bit better. So this one right here, we got some big orders. It doesn't have a lot of iceberg orders, okay? So once again, nice moving stock, cheap, up 69%. But when I go over here, forgot to do my filters. When I check over here and see what's going on, SPRC, okay, you could see that there's not really that much. There's a couple of 5,000 share sales, not the big 10, 20, 50,000 I'm looking for. Put this on the B list, okay, SPRC. Listen, program trading kicks in at 9:30. You see it when we start trading live in the cyber group room. That's what we have to put a pause on that and see how that works out. This one up 40%, another stock, very tier sizes, very, very small, not a lot of buyers and sellers out there. And you know that half of the people fail in trading because some stocks are not that tradable because of you can't get in and out of it. The spread alone right now is over 20 cents, and that's only by 100. Now, when we look at this stock right here, NXU, this one we got some good volume on. All right, NXU. All right. Now, the thing about NXU is that we do got some nice iceberg orders. I'm seeing some big ones here. Look, you can see around $2. We got 19,000, 11,000. So yeah, now we got some decent iceberg orders that we're looking for. If you look over here at the resistance levels at 2, kind of makes sense. Do I see support levels? It looks like it's holding right around here. Listen, it's a cheap stock. Listen, this stock was $100. It was $100 back in July. This thing got destroyed. Maybe it's a dead cat bounce. We're fans of that. You know how I love dead cat bounces. All right. You know how I love bottom fishing, even though I do love fishing in general. Okay. Especially the summer flounder, which is a bottom feeder. All right. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But now, you know what? Everybody's looking to get a good deal. Maybe this is it. We don't know if it's a swing trade, but as a day trade, that's going on our watch list. CYTO is another one that looks like it's moving up pretty decent here. All right. CYTO doesn't have the biggest iceberg orders. All right. CYTO. But it does got some, it just started moving just about now. Volume is just starting to pick up. So it's what I liked about this stock is some of you remember we did trade this stock back in December. Remember the stock ran from $2, ran to 16. So that's why this one's going back on our watch list, CYTO. All right. So could make a good move. I got some orders here hovering between 350 and 260. All right. Right now we're at a pretty big support level, so that's not terrible. Listen, we're at 17%. We're at number 6 on the list. A little too cheap. Not really nothing going out there. This one doesn't kind of flat. Netflix. I mean, I got to put it on there because I don't want to sound like I'm anti, $500 stock. I mean, the only reason I like to put these stocks on there because I bet if you go on anyone's watch list, they all have, Netflix. Netflix is on there. Netflix is on there. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why, like, we know Netflix. People want to know, but what about the other ones? What about the other 20,000 that are not out there that I need to hear about that were up there pretty big? Bets, everyone remembers BETS, right? But it's moving up. Forget it's garbage right now. Let's go hop on the losers list. All right, so DWAC is on there. We know why it's down. Okay, we already just talked about that earlier. These are all garbage, not moving anything. Now, the Chinese stocks are moving. EDU's moving. TAL's moving. TAL's a little bit cheaper. They don't really have the greatest iceberg orders, these stocks right here. But when they, TAL does a little bit, not EDU, and EDU is a little expensive, EDU. These are the Chinese education stocks. So we're going to put them on there. So you have EDU and TAL. All right, we're going to keep an eye on those two. Is there anything going on in TAL? So TAL's got a pretty decent seller out there. He's more on the New York he's on a different exchange. You could see it right there. 13 is 19,000 at $13, and you got 16,000 at 1160. So we kind of already know where the resistance level is on that on TAL. I'll bring this up here. You don't see it here on the intraday chart, but I do see here on program trading charts. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Here's another ETF. MPU is moving up pretty decently, but not really that much. Got you. We've done really well with Got You. Remember that day that was in December, ran from $2 to $5. She's up a little bit right now, but not really that much volume. DuPont is getting crushed. DuPont is getting hammered. So obviously, whatever they must have had earnings, and it wasn't that good. All right. So looking at here on DuPont, we'll put that on our watch list because we could short it. Listen, you guys want to trade options? This is an option play. Shorting is options, right? Not that much orders out there, so not really super crazy about it, but I'm going to put it on my watch list. BlackBerry's also getting hit. By the way, I just saw the movie on BlackBerry. I thought, and I'm a big fan. Back in the day, I was one of those guys in that movie in BlackBerry that loved it. I was one of the last Mohegans that went over before I went to Apple. But unfortunately, we can't short it. Might get a dead cat bounce. But definitely watch that movie. You'll like it. But I'm going to put BB on the watch list. So there's a lot of stocks that obviously getting crushed due to their earnings. And, you might not know about it, but they're really showing up here. They are showing up on the list. Now, pretty decent list right there. Pretty decent. I'll go out there. I'm going to put this on our watch list. Anything we're missing I did not call out? Any other stocks? Yes. And that's another thing, too. Phase 1 is today also. So we'll get Josh going to go over journaling. Now, if you're a student of CyberTrade University, we do your coaching with you. We're going to review your journals with you. It's always nice to somebody, almost like a doctor, looking at your chart. Well, we do that here at CyberTrade University. That's why I've been doing this for 30 years. So, but we're going to do it in class. We're going to do it in the group. So if you want to know how to get into that class, talk to your education advisor. If you're watching social media, grab your phone, scan that QR code, and you'll be able to get in there. We'll show you how we do that. Because remember, you got to learn before you can earn. Market's opening up in less than 15 minutes. Let's get ready for the market, fellow traders. Listen, I am going to be out for the next 2 days. I have a conference to go down to Florida. The staff CTU, Josh, Rich, and John, and Debbie, and Greg, and Alex, all these guys will be here to help you out. but we'll still be here. And remember, we're live every morning at 9 a.m. and at 2:30 here on all social media. So guys, let's get ready for the market open up. Get ready for class 2 right after, and let's just make our money and get ready for class. All right. Good luck, everybody. Happy trading and be safe.